One of the questions that I get asked by both students and parents is why take an AP Science class? Why go through the stress? Why go through the late nights? If we take a look at the big picture though, everything kind of makes a lot more sense. For example, let's take a look at the schedule of a non-science or engineering major, and we see that they've got 2 classes of English on Monday and Wednesday, 2 classes of sociology on Monday and Wednesday as well. Tuesdays are a little bit busier, only 2 classes, but their business law class happens to take up a big 3-hour time slot. And the Thursday class also has a information technology that takes up a big 3-hour time slot. But when we take a look at their Friday, it's wide open, it's empty. But when we take a look at the time, the earliest they start is 9, and the latest their day goes is 2:30. And if you kind of compare that to a high school schedule, they're starting later in the day and ending earlier in the day than a high school student would. So that's kind of a nice big perk. Now, if we take a look at the schedule of a science major, we see that the schedule's not too bad either. The earliest we start is 8 o'clock, and the latest we would have classes is, ending at 2:30. And what's also not too bad of a thing is we see that there's chemistry on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So we do have our Fridays being filled. We've got physics on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and biology on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So that's 3 of our classes right there. And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we've got botany. So we've only got 4 classes instead of 5. Now there are these things thrown in there called recitations. This is because a lot of times in classes, our professors will teach us concepts, but won't have time to go through the math problems. So these recitations serve as a way to get practice with the math problems that come along with a lot of these concepts. But this isn't the whole picture, because even though we have 4 classes, there are labs that get thrown into it. And so those big gaps on Tuesdays and Thursdays get filled in with chem lab and physics lab. But we don't only have 2 classes, we have 4 classes. And there's no place to put those 3-hour labs in unless we go into the evening. And so Monday and Wednesday evenings, we also have to throw in labs. When we're concerned with why go through the stress, well, we kind of want to knock some of these out of our schedule or future schedules so that we're not running into these hectic scheduling issues that occur in college. Maybe you want to have a Friday off for a semester or a whole year. Certainly parents kind of like that if they're nearby and can get home for a 3-day weekend instead of maybe a 2-day weekend. Hi, my name is Shay Winterstein. I'm the AP Chemistry teacher here at Grant Community High School. I've been teaching here since 2010, and I've been teaching AP Chemistry since 2013. And this is AP Chemistry Support. So today we're going to be going over questions tweeted in by students, and we're going to see what they want to know about AP Chemistry. All right, so our first question comes from Katie Yu at Glamora, and she asks, what is the format of the AP Chemistry exam? All right, the AP Chemistry exam is made up of 2 parts. There is a multiple choice section, and students have 90 minutes to complete that, and there are 60 questions that they need to answer during that time. Also, there is no calculator allowed in that multiple choice section, and students are still going to be required to do math within there. So mental math is definitely required for solving these problems. There is also a FRQ section, and that FRQ section is going to be 105 minutes, and there are 7 questions that need to be answered. 3 of them are long written out questions that require a lot of calculations, and 4 of them are more short answer where they need to describe or explain or draw something to answer the question. All right, our next question is from Cal Fernetto at Crafty Calfer. How many periods is each AP Chemistry class? All AP Sciences at Grant Community High School will be a period and a half long. This is to account for the length of labs that occur in the sciences. In AP Chemistry, when I give quizzes, quizzes are going to take the whole period and a half. And when I give tests, I'm going to use the whole period and a half. Actually, my tests are 2 days long. There's the multiple choice day, and then there's the FRQ day. All right, next question is from Tony Stamos at Tony Stamos Rules. Is this the easiest AP Science class? I can't say that there's actually an easy AP Science class. All of them are difficult in their own ways. Some of them have more math, some of them have more concepts, but it just kind of depends on what type of science you like. Do you like the math stuff? Do you like the conceptual stuff? That will really guide you as to what AP Science is probably going to be best for you. If we take a look at the scores from past AP exams, particularly from 2020, we would see that the most difficult AP score is physics with a 51.6% pass rate. That means students with a 3, 4, or 5 on the exam, there are 51.6% of them that earned that. We would see chemistry is a 56.1%. If we take a look at all of the sciences, we would see that AP Physics C and AP Physics 2 have the highest pass rate. But I would argue those are probably the more difficult of the AP Sciences. So, you know, it's really what you are interested in is what you should take, not necessarily trying to find an easy AP Science class. All right, our next question is from Tiffany Gomez at Fox Lake Floaty. My out-of-state college of choice said they will not take my AP Chemistry score. Should I still take the class? If you are going into a science that is going to have some kind of chemistry component to it, you're going to have to take the chemistry class at some point. And since you're going to have to take the class at some point, it's better to at least see the material once, and then when you have to take it again, it's going to be a lot easier versus not seeing the material at all or it having a big gap between when you took it in high school and when you take it in college. Yeah, I would still recommend that you take the AP class if there's going to be some kind of component of science in your future that will require chemistry. Otherwise, you're going to make it a little bit more difficult on yourself in the future. And college is really when it matters the most. All right, the next question is from Pablo Gomez at PGN Money. How many explosions does AP Chemistry have? You know, we don't really have a lot of explosions in honors chemistry. We don't really have a lot of explosions in AP Chemistry either. We don't just explode things for fun. This is not really a pyrotechnics class. If we're going to explode things, we're usually trying to measure something, some amount of heat that's given off. And to contain heats from really rigorous reactions that cause explosions is very difficult to do. So unfortunately, we're really not in the business to make explosions. You're not going to see too many fireballs in this class. All right, the next question is from Parker Labenstein at Games for Life. If I took advanced chemistry, can I take AP Chemistry? That's a good question. Students that take advanced chemistry typically do not do well in AP Chemistry. There are a lot of concepts that we cover in honors chemistry, and because they miss it, they're kind of playing catch up through a lot of the semester in AP Chemistry. Is it impossible? No. Have I had very few students be successful in AP Chemistry after taking advanced chemistry? Yes, but the majority of them are not having a comfortable time in the class and feel very behind from the beginning of the class. So yeah, you could do it, but I wouldn't recommend it. Next question is from Jessica Anderson at I Love My Little Pets. How is AP Chemistry different than honors chemistry? Really, there's a lot more detail that we go into when we are doing AP Chemistry. We pretty much cover everything from honors chemistry that, in honors chemistry it takes 2 weeks to cover. We will cover it in like a day or two and then start building on top of that. Plus, there are a lot of concepts that we didn't cover at all in honors chemistry that we cover in AP Chemistry, such as entropy, free energy, kinetics, electrochemistry, those types of things. So yeah, there's a lot that that are kind of brand new, as well as stuff that's building off of the old things that we've learned in honors chemistry. All right, next question is from Cassie Barcello at Princess Star. Does AP Chemistry offer retakes? AP Chemistry does not offer retakes, but we have something that can boost quiz and test scores. We do offer corrections, and students can earn up to 20% back based on getting their corrections complete and those corrections also being correct. And the question is, well, why do you do that? Why offer corrections? The cutoff score on AP Chemistry to get a 5 is usually around a 70%. So if students get a 70% on a quiz or a test, I'll allow them to do corrections, and that will bump them up to a 90. So yeah, I just kind of scale it down for each grade. It's about a 20% boost students can get back for their corrections. Next question is from Tony Stamos, again at Tony Stamos Rules. His question is, how much homework does AP Chemistry have each night? All right, Tony, your first question was, is this the easiest AP Science class? And then your second one was, how much homework does it have each night? You know, right now, I'm not sure if AP Chemistry is really going to be up your alley if those are the questions that you're asking, but I will still answer the question. When we do lectures in class, students do have time to answer those questions in class. There's usually around, I don't know, 20, 25 minutes where they can get started on their homework. And a lot of students can get the assignment done in time, but I would say about an hour of extra work is going to be required per night to get the assignments done. All right, next question is from Jay Adande at Pens and Pencils. What do we do after the AP exam? A lot of times the AP Chemistry exam is like the first exam of AP exam weeks. And so since we're the very first one, we have a lot of time to use after the exam. We do some fun things like celebrate by making ice cream. We've made aspirin before in the past, and a whole lot of like other things. Tie-dyeing is another big thing that we do. This looks like it's our last question from Stefan Lytle at Omanix. If I'm absent for an extended amount of time, how can I catch up? Yeah, that's a great question. There are a lot of families that go on vacations, or they travel, or students get ill. Maybe they're playing a sport, they get a concussion or an injury, and it keeps them out of the classroom for a while. Most of our assignments are online. They can be done through Schoology, and a lot of the labs, because of COVID, were converted into an online format where they can watch a video, fill in data, and complete the lab in that way. So yeah, if you're going to be absent for an extended period of time, we pretty much got you covered. You'll be able to catch up with no problem. All right, and that concludes our AP Chemistry support. I hope you had a great time and you learned a lot of information, and maybe we'll see you in the classroom. Take care.